My name is Cassandra Byrne. I'm the Chief Information Officer at Pathfinders IT. We cover a wide variety of clients across a huge number of different verticals. We have clients in the healthcare sector, clients that have to deal with SEC compliance, accounting firms, law firms, really anywhere from 5-person firms to 1,000 or more people. When it comes to the security challenges that our clients face on a daily basis, the biggest issue is really securing their M365 cloud environments and protecting them from ransomware style events. And I would say the biggest challenge right now is that when it comes to preventing an incident, it's actually very hard. So what you really need to emphasize is response time. It's the detection and the response to that. And so the most critical thing for us is having that rapid response when an incident occurs, whether that's at 2 a.m. or just after lunch. My biggest concern before signing up with Blackpoint was that I wasn't sure that they would actually do the job they were claiming to do. So the first thing we did was really check through all the alerts that were coming in, make sure that they were being actioned. Every once in a while, we would, run something like, NetScan or something like that, just to see if they would pick up some unusual activity in the environment. We had a number of clients go through penetration tests. We didn't inform Blackpoint, and Blackpoint caught every single one, which was great. So it's, we've been working with Blackpoint for 2 years now, and they've never disappointed. I think working with Blackpoint has changed our cybersecurity strategy because rolling it out, we've seen so many companies, especially new clients that we're bringing on, where they already have users who are breached when we first roll out Blackpoint's product. It's really highlighted for us that this sort of the environment we exist in from a cybersecurity perspective today is one in which things like two-factor authentication, things like even good conditional access policies, none of those things are really very effective anymore at keeping hackers out of your system. The only answer is detection and response. So for us, increasingly, Blackpoint isn't a solution we recommend, it's a solution we require. It's a solution that gives me the peace of mind as the primary provider of support for my clients, that their environments are going to be secured and that they're going to be safe, and it lets me sleep at night, quite frankly. So I think it's changed our business in that this is something that we would have seen as a nice to have a couple years ago, and now we see it as a must have. Part of Blackpoint's approach to cybersecurity involves eyes on glass. I think that's core to their strategy, and that means having all of their institutional knowledge, their expertise really brought to bear on unusual activity in our system. So they're taking in logs from our systems, and that goes beyond just antivirus or EDR. It goes into pulling system logs from things. It goes into pulling logs from the M365 environment, and then really parsing all of that for signs of an intrusion or breach. And then importantly, actioning that intelligence so that it's not, a situation where I get a call at 3 a.m. and someone's asking me for permission to do something. It's someone calling me and telling me they've already taken care of it. I think the biggest advantage to extending MDR coverage to our cloud environments is, especially as Microsoft moves more into a cloud-oriented architecture through Entra and Intune, it's really covering the whole environment at this point. So, when we cover M365 Cloud Response and, we're integrating that with Defender and things like that, we're getting the same kind of performance or better performance than you get from something like CrowdStrike, but we're also covering everything that's integrated with Entra across the board. And Blackpoint's also included coverage for other cloud software such as like Duo Mobile, and all of that has been extraordinarily helpful. I think the main thing about Blackpoint, I think has really been a game changer for us, is that I don't have to spend nearly as much time dealing with the aftermath of incidents, quite frankly. In the current environment, we do still have some clients who don't have that sort of like automated detection and response for their cloud environment. If there is an incident in the M365 environment, that means phone calls with insurance providers. That means time spent investigating the M365 logs. It means time spent looking at the environment. In the absolute worst case scenario, it would mean recovering from a ransomware event, which could be hugely costly, both in terms of from a reputational perspective, but also in terms of time and in terms of money. And having Blackpoint in place means that I can spend more of my time helping our clients use IT to accomplish their business goals and not spend nearly as much of it trying to put out fires. If I were talking to an MSP that was considering Blackpoint, I would tell them to sign with Blackpoint right away because it's going to make their life a lot better.